Okay, let's unpack this. We are diving deep today into the mechanics of professional communication.
Yeah, specifically looking at the business letter. Seems basic, maybe.
Right, but it's absolutely critical. We're not talking general email tips here.
No, this is about the foundational structural rules, the architecture of formal written stuff.
And why does this even matter now, with everything being digital?
Well, it's about professionalism, clarity. Mastering these details, even the seemingly tiny ones, it's kind of a shortcut.
A shortcut? How so?
It signals competence instantly. If you know exactly where that complimentary close goes, down to the spacing.
Ah, I see. It shows you know the rules of the game. It builds trust.
Exactly. It's the architecture of trust, like you said. These rules exist for zero ambiguity.
So our mission today is to pull out those core facts, the numbers, the rules, the key nuggets that get you up to speed fast.
Make you ready for, say, any quick knowledge check on this stuff.
Precisely. We're building the perfect professional letter, brick by brick, based on these communication logistics sources.
And the starting point is understanding that a letter's appearance has two main sides: the mechanical details, parts, and layout, and then the general appearance, like paper quality.
We're focusing hard on the mechanics first, specifically the 8 mandatory parts, non-negotiable.
Right. Gotta have these 8.
Let's start right at the top. Part 1, the letterhead.
Your official ID, usually printed right there.
And it absolutely must have 3 things correct.
Yes. Name, address, and phone number, all 3, of the business sending it.
Okay, name, address, phone number. Got it. But what if you don't have fancy printed paper?
Good question. If there's no printed letterhead, you still need the address.
So where does it go?
You type it yourself. Top right-hand corner of the sheet still needs to be there so they know who it's from immediately.
Right, okay. Moving down the page then, part 2 is the date.
Place just a few spaces below the letterhead.
And this seems simple, but you mentioned it's actually kind of high stakes.
It really is, especially internationally. Clarity is paramount. There are 2 main styles, and mixing them up causes real problems.
Okay, lay them out for us.
First, the American style. Month, day, year. Simple enough. Like August 22, 1998.
Month, day, year. Got it. August 22nd.
Then you have the English style. This one flips it. Day, month, year, often with itst or nd. So 22nd August 1998.
Day, month, year. Okay, so if you just see, say, 070424.
Exactly. An American reads July 4th. Someone using the English style reads April 7th. Huge difference if that's a deadline or a shipping date.
Wow. Okay. Getting that right is crucial for global business then. Avoids massive confusion.
Absolutely critical.
All right, next up, part 3, the inside address.
This is who the letter is going to. Their name and address.
On placement.
Left-hand side.
Yeah.
Lines up with the main body text. Typically.
And there's a detail about the name.
Yes, very important for etiquette.
Yeah.
The individual's name should always have a title of respect. Mr., Mrs., Doctor, Professor, whatever's appropriate.
Skipping it seems sloppy.
It signals haste, maybe even disrespect. Not good informal comms.
Right. Okay, part 4, the salutation. The greeting.
The dear sir, or dear madam, or dear Ms. Jones.
Placement is strict here too.
Yep, second line below the inside address. And here's a key detail, really a common mistake people make.
What's that?
It's followed by a colon. Not a comma, not a period. A colon. Dear Mr. Smith.
A colon. Got it. Signals the start of the message proper.
Exactly. Which brings us to part 5, the body. The actual message.
The core content. What are the rules here for, spacing?
Generally, it's single spaced within the paragraphs. Keeps it compact.
Okay.
But you must use double spacing between the paragraphs. That visual break is crucial for readability. Makes it easier to scan and digest.
Single within, double between. Makes sense.
Heavy.
Now, part 6, the complimentary close, the sign-off.
Like very truly yours, or sincerely, or respectfully.
And the placement rules here sound really specific, almost like coordinates.
They are. It starts exactly 2 spaces below the last line of the body.
2 spaces below.
Okay.
And position on the page.
This is key. It starts halfway across the page. Horizontally centered, basically.
Halfway across. Why there?
It's about visual balance. It lines up with the signature block that follows, giving it prominence and separating it clearly from the body text.
Okay, 2 spaces below, halfway across. Memorize that. And punctuation.
Followed by a comma. Very truly yours, cordially, respectively.
Comma. Right. Pairs the formal close with the upcoming signature.
Precisely. Which leads to part 7, the signature itself.
This isn't just the scribbled name, right?
No, it's usually 3 things together. The handwritten signature, yes. but also the type name of the person signing,
Yeah.
and often their designation or title. Altogether, it confirms who's sending it and their authority.
Signature, type name, title. Got it. And the last mandatory part, number 8.
Initials. Just the initials, usually lowercase.
Use initials.
The typists or the secretaries, whoever physically prepared the letter if it wasn't the signatory.
And where do they go?
Below the signature block, over on the left-hand side of the sheet.
Okay, so that's the 8. Letterhead, date, inside address, salutation with a colon. Body, complimentary close, 2 spaces below, halfway across, comma, signature, and initials.
That's the mandatory framework.
Yeah.
These rules, as you said, seem rigid, almost archaic, but they ensure instant recognition, immediate processing. The reader knows exactly where to look for key info, regardless of where the letter comes from, except maybe that date format difference.
Yeah, gotta watch that date. Okay, so we have the essential skeleton, those 8 mandatory parts, but sometimes letters need a bit more operational hardware.
Exactly. There are 6 optional parts. You don't always need them, but they add clarity, help with filing, or manage attachments. Very useful in specific situations.
Right, let's run through them. Optional part 1.
Enclosures. If you're sending something with a letter, a brochure, a check, a report you noted here,
Prevents the, was something supposed to be in here? Confusion.
precisely. And placement matters. It goes directly below those typist initials we just talked about.
How do you write it?
Simple. Just enclosure, if there's one. Or enclosures 2, enclosures 3, stating the number. A quick inventory check.
Okay.
Optional part 2.
The attention line. This is for routing.
Routing.
Yeah, if the letter is addressed to a whole company or department, but you want a specific person within that company to see it first.
Ah, like sending it to accounts payable, but you want Jane Doe to handle it.
Exactly. Attention, Jane Doe. Or attention, sales department.
Where does this attention line go? It sounds like part of the address.
It is considered part of the address structure. Crucially, it's placed between the main inside address, the company, and the salutation, the greeting.
Between the address and the Dear Sir Madam. Got it. Acts like internal mail sorting.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Okay, optional part 3. Subject line.
Like an email subject.
Exactly like an email subject. Just a concise label for the letter's content. Helps the reader grasp the topic instantly.
And placement.
Below the salutation, you can write subject followed by the topic, or just state the topic directly. Either works.
It's okay. Number 4, copy notation. Usually seen as CC, which originally meant carbon copy.
Showing who else is getting the letter.
Right. It lists the names of other people receiving a copy. Essential for transparency, keeping everyone in the loop.
Where does the CC list go?
Typically below the enclosure notation, if there is one, or below the initials if not. Usually aligned left.
Makes sense. Optional part 5.
Reference number. This is purely for filing efficiency. Think file number, account number, case ID.
Helps you or the recipient find it again quickly in a big system.
Precisely. It's like a database key for the physical letter.
And placement for this reference number.
Needs to be easy to spot for filing, so it's typed above the body of the letter, often near the date or maybe aligned with the inside address, somewhere prominent before the main message.
Above the body. Got it. And the last one, optional part 6.
Mailing notation. This indicates how the letter was sent, especially if it's not standard mail.
Like if you paid extra for speed or security.
Exactly. Things like registered mail, certified mail, special delivery, air mail, even book post, if applicable.
Tells the recipient something about the urgency or handling required.
Yes. Usually placed below the reference number or sometimes near the initials enclosures at the bottom left. It's about communicating the delivery specifics.
Okay, so that's 6 potential additions. Enclosures, attention line, subject line, copy notation, reference number, and mailing notation. Tools to add clarity and manage logistics.
They really refine the communication process when needed.
All right, we've nailed down the parts of the letter, both mandatory and optional. Now let's talk about how they're arranged on the page. The layout.
Right. The overall look and feel. Our sources point to 5 distinct letter forms or layouts.
And the main difference between them comes down to how just a few key parts are aligned.
That's the core distinction, yeah. Mostly hinges on the date, the complementary close, and the signature block where they sit horizontally.
Okay, let's start with Form 1, the full block form.
Think maximum efficiency. Everything, absolutely every single line starts flush at the left margin. No indentations anywhere.
Wow. Okay, super clean, maybe a bit stark.
It can look that way,
Oh.
but the big advantage is speed. For the typist, it's the easiest and fastest. No tabbing, no centering, just type.
Easier to type, that makes sense. Aligning with modern, streamlined approaches.
Definitely. Okay, Form 2, the modified block form.
Modified how?
It's mostly blocked left, except for three key elements: the date, the complementary close, and the signature section.
Ah, so those three move. Where do they go?
They shift over, usually starting near the horizontal center of the page or aligned further right. It brings back a bit of traditional balance.
So the body, address, salutation are all left aligned, but the date and closing bits are centered or right.
Exactly. It's a very common and sort of middle ground approach.
Yeah.
Balances efficiency and traditional aesthetics.
Okay, then Form 3 seems like a variation on that. Modified block form with paragraph indentations.
Yes, it's just like the modified block we just discussed, date and closing centered right, but with one added traditional touch. The first line of each paragraph in the body is indented.
Okay, so indenting the paragraphs too. This sounds like the most maybe classic looking business letter.
It often is perceived that way. It uses indentation cues that people were traditionally taught.
Right. Now, Form 4 sounds interesting. The ASM simplified form. What's ASM?
Good question, and a cue detail here. ASM stands for the Administrative Management Society of USA. This form was specifically recommended by them,
Recommended why?
primarily as a time-saving measure. It's about efficiency.
How does it save time? What does it simplify?
It makes some pretty bold cuts to traditional formalities. Often this form omits the salutation, the dear sir, madam, entirely.
No greeting.
Sometimes, yes. And it also frequently drops the complimentary close, the sincerely or very truly yours.
Wow, so it just gets straight to the point after the address.
Pretty much. Address, maybe a subject line, then the body, then the signature block. It strips away the pleasantries for speed. The fact that a formal body like the ASM recommended it is significant.
Shows a real push towards productivity over ceremony. That's a key takeaway. ASM simplified form, recommended by the Administrative Management Society of USA for time saving.
Definitely one to remember. Okay, finally, Form 5, the hanging or inverted paragraph form.
Hanging, inverted. Sounds unusual.
It is less common for standard business letters. You see it more in sales and advertising.
Why there? What does it look like?
The first line of each paragraph, or maybe just a keyword, hangs out in the left margin. It starts further left than the rest of the paragraph lines, which are indented.
So the main text is indented, but the first line or word sticks out left.
Exactly. It makes those starting words or phrases really jump out, grabs the eye, highlights key points immediately. Useful for persuasive or promotional stuff where you need to hook the reader paragraph by paragraph.
Okay, so 5 forms. Full block, all left efficient. Modified block, date close centered. Modified block with indents, adds paragraph indents. ASM simplified, no salutation close for speed. ASM recommended. And hanging paragraph. First line hangs left for ad sales.
That covers the main layout styles. Each represents a different trade-off between tradition, visual appeal, and pure typing efficiency.
All right, we've got the parts, we've got the layouts. Now let's talk about what these letters actually do, their purpose. Starting with letters that ask for information.
Right, the inquiry letter. Simple concept, you're asking about something. Persons, products, services, whatever.
But it's not just one type of asking, is it? The sources break it down.
Correct. There are 3 distinct kinds of inquiry letters. First, kind 1, trade inquiry.
Trade, so business deals.
Exactly. These are written when you're thinking about doing business, asking about prices, delivery times, quotes for products or services. The goal is a potential transaction.
Pretty straightforward, commercial focus. What's kind 2?
Kind 2, status inquiry. This one is trickier, more sensitive.
Status, like
Okay.
financial status.
Yes. Often it's about finding out the financial standing or creditworthiness of a person or a company. Maybe someone wants to buy from you on credit.
Ooh, okay. That needs careful handling.
Definitely. It also includes inquiries about a person's character, their qualifications, experience, performance, background checks for hiring or vetting a partner.
So because this is sensitive info, the tone has to be spot on.
Absolutely. Extremely courteous, professional, assuring confidentiality. You need to build trust to get an honest answer.
Right. And the third type? Kind 3.
Kind 3, general inquiries. These are less focused on deals or vetting people.
More like information gathering.
Exactly. Seeking information about rules or procedures in another company, maybe asking about government policies or just general market conditions. It's informational, not directly transactional or personal.
Okay, so 3 types. Trade for deals, status about financial standing or character, and general for info policies. Knowing what you're writing helps set the right tone.
Precisely. Now shifting from asking to persuading, sales letters.
The ones designed to get someone to buy something.
Yes, but their function is broader than just that. The sources list 5 broad uses.
5. Okay, let's hear them. Use 1.
selling by mail. This is the whole process in one package. Think mail order companies using letters to generate interest, describe the product, and take the order.
The letter does the entire sales job. Got it. Use 2.
Producing sales inquiries. Here, the letter's job is just to get a response, a sign of interest.
Like getting someone to request a brochure or a phone call.
Exactly. It generates leads for follow-up, maybe by another letter, a call, or a salesperson visit. It just opens the door.
Okay. Use 3.
Following up sales inquiries, this is crucial. Handling those leads you just generated or responding to people who contacted you first, turning interest into a potential sale.
Closing the loop. Makes sense. Use 4.
Inducing people to buy. This is the classic sales pitch function. Arousing interest and desire directly to get an immediate purchase.
Really focusing on persuasion and conversion in that letter.
Yes. And finally, use 5. Building up goodwill.
This sounds less direct sell, more relationship focused.
Absolutely. Thanking customers, sending holiday greetings, announcing new services. It's about strengthening the relationship, creating loyalty for future sales, not necessarily pushing for one right now.
So sales letters can sell directly, generate leads, follow up, persuade, or just build goodwill. Quite versatile.
Very. And to be effective, especially in direct selling, the text of the sales letter generally needs to perform 4 psychological functions. You might recognize this pattern.
Okay, what are the 4 functions?
First, attracting attention. You have seconds to grab the reader. Good layout, neat typing helps, but the opening lines are key. A strong slogan, a surprising statement, something to hook them immediately.
Get their eyes glued to the page. Okay. Second.
Arousing desire. Once you have their attention, you need to make them want the product or service. Focus on benefits, how it solves their problem or improves their life.
Make it desirable. Got it. Third function.
Implanting conviction.
Okay.
They're interested, maybe they desire it. Now you have to convince them it's the real deal.
Build trust in the product or service itself.
Exactly. Provide proof. Testimonials, guarantees, data, details about quality. Overcome their skepticism so they don't hesitate.
Convince them it's a good decision. And the final function, number 4.
Stimulating action. You need to tell them what to do next and give them a reason to do it now.
A call to action.
Right. Offer a limited time discount, a free gift, include an easy reply card or order form. Make it easy and urgent to take the next step towards buying.
Attention, desire, conviction, action. AI, essentially.
That's the classic model, yes.
Yeah.
Even if not named, those are the steps. Now, companies often don't just send one letter, they use systems or series.
Multiple letters over time.
Yes, 3 main systems are identified. System 1, the wear-out system.
Wear out. Sounds persistent.
It is. The key here is that the total number of letters in the series and the timing between them are all decided in advance. They plan the whole sequence from the start.
Send a fixed number until they hit their goal or figure the audience is saturated.
That's the idea. A planned campaign with a defined endpoint based on numbers.
Okay, system 2.
The continuous system. This is for products or services that are always in demand. Think subscriptions, consumables.
Things people buy regularly.
Right. So the letters go out continuously, maybe to different segments, always working to gain or maintain market share. It's ongoing, not a fixed campaign.
Steady stream of communication. Got it.
And system 3.
A campaign system. This one contrasts with the wear-out system. Here, the total number of letters is not determined in advance.
So it's more flexible, adaptive.
Exactly. They might send out an initial letter, see the response, and then decide what the next letter should be and how many more might follow. It adjusts based on results and market conditions.
Wear out, planned sequence, continuous, ongoing for regular demand, campaign, flexible, adapts. Makes sense. And there was one more category, sales promotion letters.
Yes. Slightly different from direct sales. These are about building a good foundation for future sales, creating a positive image.
Supporting the sales effort rather than being the main thrust. Right. They have 3 characteristics. 1, timeliness. Often sent for special occasions like holidays or new product launches.
Okay. 2.
Goodwill. The main aim isn't an immediate purchase, but creating a positive feeling, warming up the environment for future business.
Building the brand relationship. And 3.
Informal style, usually warmer, friendlier, more personal than a hard sell letter, focused on connection.
Okay, let's shift gears one last time. We've covered general business letters, inquiries, sales. Now, the really personal one, applying for a job.
Yes, the job letter and the resume. High stakes communication for the individual.
The immediate goal of the job letter isn't the job itself, right? It's the step before that.
Correct. The immediate aim is to get the interview. The final goal is employment, But the letter's first job is just to get you in the door for a conversation.
And there are two main types of job letters, depending on how the opportunity arose.
Exactly. First is the solicited job letter.
Solicited meaning they asked for it.
Yes, you're writing because you saw an ad, or you were directly invited to apply or attend an interview. The key implication, you know you have competition.
Right, others were solicited too. What's the second type?
The unsolicited job letter, this is when you write to an employer who has not advertised a position or invited you.
You're sending it out cold, essentially. Prospecting.
Pretty much. The potential advantage,
Yeah.
you might be the only one applying at that moment. No direct, immediate competition. You're creating your own opportunity.
Interesting tactical difference. Now, does the job letter also have functions like the sales letter?
It does. 4 key functions to secure that interview. Function 1, attracting attention.
First impressions matter. How?
Good quality paper, neat typing, perfect layout and paragraphing show you're professional and detail-oriented from the very look of the letter.
Okay. Function 2.
Creating desire. You need to make the employer want to meet you.
Sell yourself, basically.
Yes. Convince them you have the qualifications they need, you're genuinely interested in this job at this company, and you have the right background and enthusiasm.
Make them desire you as a candidate. Got it. Function 3.
Convincing the employer. This is where you back up the desire with facts. Provide proof.
Evidence of your claims.
Exactly. Specific details about your qualifications, your experience, mention references. You might even include results from relevant tests or enclosed copies of certificates or strong recommendation letters. Substantiate your suitability.
Build the case with concrete evidence. And function 4.
Stimulating action.
Yeah.
Just like the sales letter, you need a call to action.
Ask for the interview.
Yes, but courteously and confidently. Make a clear, professional request for an interview to discuss your qualifications further. Drive the process forward politely.
Attention, desire, conviction, action. Same pattern again, applied to getting a job interview.
It's a fundamental, persuasive structure, and that letter usually doesn't stand alone. It comes with.
The resume. Or, as the sources note, it has other names too.
Yes, and this is a key detail for, potential test questions. A resume is also called a data sheet or biodata.
Data sheet or biodata. Good to know. And what is a resume, fundamentally?
It's an organized summary of everything relevant about you, the applicant. Your particulars laid out clearly.
It absolutely has to be in there. What's the standard structure?
Our sources list 5 required content sections. First, the basics. Name, address, phone number, how to contact you.
Obvious but essential. Second,
Education. This isn't just your degrees. Include academic qualifications, any scholarships, awards. And importantly, the source notes. You might include brief descriptions of previous job duties and even names of superiors here.
linking education to actual work experience and performance. Okay. Third section.
Personal data. This section includes things like age, height, health, marital status.
Some of that feels a bit dated for modern hiring, maybe.
It can seem that way, and practices vary. But according to the foundational structure outlined here, it's listed as a required component, provides basic biographical context.
Okay. Section 4.
References. Critically important. Not just saying references available upon request.
Now, what then?
You need the actual details.
Yeah.
Names, titles, addresses, and crucially, telephone numbers of people who have agreed to recommend you. Make it easy for the employer to follow up.
Actionable information. Got it. And the fifth and final section.
Co-curricular activities, interests, and hobbies.
Why include hobbies?
It helps flesh out the picture of who you are as a person. Can hint at soft skills, teamwork from sports, dedication from music, etc. Gives clues about personality and potential cultural fit.
Provides a more rounded view beyond just work and education. Okay, so the 5 resume pillars. Contact info, education with job links, personal data, references with full details, and activities interests.
That's the standard framework for presenting your data clearly and comprehensively. Hashtag tag outro.
Wow, okay. We have really gone through the nuts and bolts today, the absolute deep dive into communication logistics.
Yeah, from the 8 mandatory parts of a letter, remembering that colon after the salutation, the comma after the close.
And the placement. 2 spaces below, halfway across for that complimentary close. Those specifics matter.
Absolutely. To the 6 optional parts, the 5 different layout forms, like that efficiency-focused ASM simplified form,
Backed by the Administrative Management Society of USA, right? That's a key connection.
then the different types of inquiry and sales letters, understanding the ADA structure within them, the different campaign systems.
And finally, the job application logistics, solicited versus unsolicited, the 4 functions of the letter, and the 5 essential parts of a resume or a data sheet or biodata.
It's fascinating, isn't it? Even in something as seemingly simple as a letter, every single rule spacing, placement, punctuation, it's all deliberate. It's designed for clarity, efficiency, and building professional trust.
That really is the big takeaway for you listening. Knowing these specific rules, like the American versus English date formats, or the difference between a trade and status inquiry, lets you operate with confidence.
You can instantly decode formal documents you receive, and you can write your own with authority, ensuring they're understood correctly and processed quickly. It saves time and prevents errors.
It's about mastering the underlying architecture.
Precisely. Which leads us to a final thought to leave you with.
Okay.
Considering that the ASM simplified form deliberately cut traditional elements like greetings and closings purely for time saving, what element in today's main business channel, professional email, do you think is most ripe for a similar kind of standardization pushed by some official body?
What existing email convention would they target first to, say, maximize global efficiency?
Maybe something like the endless reply all chains? Or perhaps the expectation of instant responses? What essential seeming email rule might be the first to go if pure productivity was the only goal?
That's a great question to ponder. Something to think about next time you're crafting that perfectly structured email. Or maybe even a formal letter.